That's right. Greetings, fellow Armchair Imagineers. 7 people enter, but tonight only 5 will make the semi-finals on tonight's elimination show for So You Want to Be an Imagineer Season 19, Madcap Circus. How the hell are you all doing tonight? I hope you're ready for some Ryan Seacrest / Julie Chen style drawing out for dramatic suspense. Yeah, we've got some names to go over. We've got some people to eliminate. First and foremost, I just want to address really quickly, I haven't gotten around to reviewing the Rick and Morty projects yet. I hopefully should be able to do that tomorrow. Hopefully I don't want to make any promises there. It's just kind of been a rough week for me, mental health wise. I'm just I've had a lot of anxiety with COVID and everything like that. I don't know, just the second just everything kind of going on with that. I've just it's literally nothing. Like, I've literally been off work. It's just anxiety, and so I've just been kind of distracting myself. It's been hard to get motivated to write, but I very much do plan to still get that feedback to you guys. You deserve it. So with that in mind, let's get straight to the results. I don't know. Looks like we only have Sharon and Susan in the comments so far, but it's a late night, so there might not be as many people as usual here. We'll see what happens as we go on. So that's right, I'm going to draw it out yet again to the Wheel of Safety. What I'm going to do, I'm going to spin the wheel. When your name comes up, I am going to reveal if you're safe or if you're nominated. Now, of course, with this, some caveats here. It's a double elimination, so there will be 3 nominees, and also Outbound, who is the project leader, currently has a Diamond PO So even though obviously he's not going to be able to affect his own nominations unless he wanted to get like really weird and meta with it, which he doesn't, the Diamond PO does allow him safety to the next round. So he is safe. He moves on. Nate is PO from the previous round, so he is also in the final 5. That leaves only 3 other people to make it forward here. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a show here. All right, so with that in mind, let's Beowulf is here too. Hey, Beowulf. Let's go ahead and give the wheel a spin for dramatic effect. Okay, Disney Fan 18. Disney Fan 18. Dramatic pause. You are safe. All right. Nice job, Disney Fan 18. Honestly, if there was a PO Outbound said that it'd probably go to you. There's not a PO this round because we don't want to have someone automatically advance into the final project, but you were very much a highlight, Disney Fan, and you're very much sticking out in the late portions of the game. So I can tell you, I am rooting for you. Okay, so I'll go ahead and take his name off. Apply wheel changes. Okay. Okay, who's next? Tegan. All right. Well, Tegan, you've definitely been nominated a lot this season. I can say from Outbound's perspective, though, this was not a nomination based on trying to get you out. This was just like, he basically told me that everyone kicked ass and it was really, really hard either way. So with that in mind, Tegan is in fact nominated. So we have our first nominee on the board, which is Tegan. All right. That's the first of 3 nominees, just to remind you guys. So let's take off Tegan. Apply the wheel changes. Only one other person on this wheel is safe, so I really don't know why I'm drawing it out like this. It's kind of stupid. All right, let's see. Is it going to land on the person that's safe? Sharon and Susan. Somebody who is here tonight in the comments, as far as I know. Well, Sharon and Susan, you've had a good run. Had a lot of good contributions tonight. You are nominated. Right. Is there lag, Beowulf? I'm sorry. So Sharon and Susan and Tegan are nominated. Let's find out who the third nominee is. It's either going to be Theme Park Priest or Mickey Nerd. If it lands on one of them, I'll say that they're safe. If it lands on the other one, I'll say that they're nominated. So I really don't even know why I'm drawing it out like this. It's honestly kind of stupid in retrospect. Retroflect. Jesus. Okay. So yeah, I don't even know why I'm doing this. This is dumb. I could just say who's nominated and who's not. Oh, I see the lag you're talking about, Beowulf. Theme Park Priest. Okay. No, get rid of you. Be gone. Be gone. Be gone. Okay. Theme Park Priest. You are nominated. So that means the 3 nominees. If this wasn't a double, you'd be safe, but I was very limited in my choices. Okay, so 3 nominees, Sharon and Susan, Tegan, Theme Park Priest. How are we going to go about this? I'm going to eliminate someone, obviously. I mean, that kind of goes... I feel like I am not doing a good job with the Ryan Seacrest stuff tonight, guys. Because I was going to say I'm going to eliminate someone, and then I'm going to draw the suspense out, and then eliminate someone else. But, like, I don't know. I will eliminate the 7th place finisher first. And the 7th place finisher is going to be Theme Park Priest. Theme Park Priest, honestly, like, you were on fire for a while there. Like, easily for a lot of the pre-merge, I thought you had some real winner upside. And, I mean, I still think you're a great, great cast member here. Awesome first season. Pulled off a really intense strategic move. Very interesting, kind of multifaceted personality. I feel like he kind of went on a little bit of an arc this season from a storytelling perspective. So that leaves us with Sharon and Susan versus Tegan. And it's a really tough call. Honestly, it's a really tough call. I do feel like Tegan overall has been a little bit more active. I feel like Sharon and Susan overall, what I've noticed about Sharon and Susan and their gameplay is that they are never like the most... They're never at the forefront of the projects, but they're always kind of lurking in the background. They're always, and I don't say that in a bad way, they're always kind of really putting out consistent stuff. They're not as loud as Tegan by any means, but I honestly think they're just as consistent in terms of the quality of output that they put out. And so with that in mind, the 6th place finisher of So You Want to Be Imagineer, season 19, Still not entirely sure. I mean, I am sure, but I'm trying to draw it out for suspense as much as I can. It's really interesting because for as much as you guys tried to strategically get her out and tried to create all these loopholes, at the end of the day, Tegan is going to go ahead and be naturally eliminated. Yeah. I think my choice here, very tough call. Very, very tough call. Easily one of the toughest calls I've had to make this season. My choice here ultimately comes down to the fact that I really do think that Tegan is kind of spreading herself thin lately. I think that, working on It Could Always Be Worse, working on this, she's been pushing out so much for so long. I honestly think it's getting to a point where she's maybe wearing herself a little bit thin. I can kind of see that, where it's like she's still got the attitude. She's still got the really super good attitude. I Am Air says, I'll just say I never got the art from Tegan that she said she'd do. Yeah, I mean, she's still got a killer attitude. I've kind of noticed in the last couple rounds, her output has not been as consistent as it was pre-merge. So with that in mind, I here we go, guys. From a storytelling perspective, I just want to emphasize, from a storytelling perspective, I honestly kind of love this. We have Ace and Peregrine out first, back to back, a victim of the Alliance, I'll just call them. Then we have Goofy, who goes out. Then we have Theme Park Priest, who goes out, who was the person that pretty much orchestrated those first two blind sites. And then right after him, we have Tegan, who is the person who everyone was trying to get out in a strategic point of view. But at the end of the day, she just kind of got out just very naturally, just because, very close call. But I do think that Sharon and Susan has their attention in the game a little bit more than Tegan does. A little bit more. Yeah, she did get targeted throughout the game. And, I mean, it's really interesting because I really do feel like, of course, Tegan gets eliminated the round after It Could Always Be Worse, after she left my team. Yeah, sorry, B-Wolf. Well, I find this in a strategic way hilarious. The one round no one tries to take her out strategically is the one round she gets eliminated. Exactly, B-Wolf. It's kind of funny. But no, honestly, like I said, I really do think her playing and It Could Always Be Worse is a big factor here. I'm not saying that's the only factor. I'm not saying oh, well, she's playing in two contests, so therefore she can't divide her attention equally. But, yeah, Tegan's gone. Mickey Nerd, Tegan's gone. So Mickey Nerd, just to catch you up, Theme Park Priest is eliminated in 7th place. Tegan's eliminated in 6th place. It was a very, very, very close call between Tegan and Sharon and Susan. Very close call. Probably the closest call I've had to make all season long. But I do think that Sharon and Susan has put out a little bit more consistent material post-merge, and that's kind of ultimately where I kind of leaned. And I do think that Tegan is wearing herself just a little bit thin with all the stuff she's involved in. So yeah, I mean, Tegan, everyone thought she was just an instant lock for the final 3. Guys, let this be a lesson to you. I want you all to take this to heart. Anyone can win this game. Anyone can be eliminated from this game. This is what I love about this game. And I really do feel like I'm being fair here. I feel like I'm not trying to manipulate things for a dramatic effect or anything like that. Sharon and Susan, I just feel like it barely edges it out. So yeah, that's what it comes down to. Okay, guys. So, next project. Yeah, Disney Fan 18, Mickey Nerd, Nate, Outbound, Sharon, and Susan. Final five. Final five, baby. I mean, I'll just pull this up right now and kind of talk through this final five. Like, honestly, a lot of this final five are underdogs for sure. Like Disney Fan 18, you, my friend, are the big surprise. Yeah, I was not expecting this final five at all when the merge started either, Outbound. You're right about that. I really wasn't. Disney Fan 18, I think it's safe to say he's been like the big surprise hit of the season. Like, he is easily the most memorable newcomer this season. I mean, him and Theme Park Priest and Theme Park Priest and Tegan are all very memorable, but I don't know. I just think there's something about him. There's just something about his energy, something about like the fact that he's been quiet for a lot of the time, but he really came out swinging post-merge. I'm really personally rooting for him. Mickey Nerd, I mean, dude, like, you are having a hell of a season, man. You are like 180 from how you were in 1986. Like, you're actually playing a good social game. You've got some good strategic moves under your belt. You've got some really good creative stuff under your belt. Mickey Nerd, I really think you've genuinely got a shot to win here. I really do. Nate, if I'll be honest, if you didn't have PO MVP, you would easily be gone. I only say that just because you really haven't done a ton, compared to the other four in the final five to really make yourself stand out. But I mean, that being said, like, you could very easily, come out with a really kick-ass semifinals project. And like I said, Jokers and I are going to judge the semifinals projects just on the strength of the projects alone. You could easily come out with a kick-ass one. You could easily be like the leader of the final project and win the jury votes. I mean, it's still completely your game. All I can say about Outbound is I think he's the overcat. If I were to make a Vegas bet about who I think will win, it's probably going to be him. And I only say that because at this point, there's no way strategy could play a part in who gets eliminated. But I mean, Outbound's played a terrific game. He's, again, kind of triple threat, creative, social, strategic, really, really good triple threat there. And Sharon and Susan, I honestly think you've just been very, very consistent. Like, that's the word that I used for you, is just consistent. Like, you're always there. You're always putting your good time in. You're always coming up with good work. And I just think you're just a solid, all-around, like, well-rounded player. You're the Mario of the Final Five, if that makes sense. Long-time viewers. I made a reference to Mario for someone else, and I don't even think they're on the. I think, was it Matt? God, I don't even remember. I remember I called someone else Mario back in the day, just because they were kind of like, yeah, it's like you don't like necessarily like jump out as, I don't know, you're just well-rounded in everything. So, all right. Sharon and Susan, this is where we get to the fun part. You have opened Walt's Vault. The very final Walt's Vault. And, oh boy, I'm excited about this. Sharon and Susan, I'm terribly sorry, but you've been Lord of the Rings. All right, Sharon and Susan. This is a predicament for you. You're like, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be a setback. This is gonna be a situation where you're pretty much gonna have to make lemons out of lemonade here. Okay, so Walt's Vault, you're automatically assigned Lord of the Rings for the semifinals project. Not only that, you're gonna have to recreate Man-Eating Reef's project in particular, which means no Peter Jackson. Specifically, you have to make a Lord of the Rings boat ride out of the animated Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings property. Animated Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings dark ride. Walt's Vault Lord of the Rings, it's the ultimate waltz vault punishment. I think it's probably the worst one of the season. We saved the worst for last. Don't just go opening the waltz vault willy-nilly, people. Bad things might happen to you. So yeah, Lord of the Rings is definitely something that's come up season to season to season. And Sharon and Susan, I'm very I'm rooting for you. I really want you to make lemons out of lemonade, and I'm sorry, lemonade out of lemons in this situation. Very much rooting for you to come out ahead here, and I think you can. I think bonkers prompts like this do kind of inspire creativity. But yeah, like I said, keep away from Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings. I don't want that vanilla shit. I honestly thought I was going to be eliminated when I opened it. No. I don't want that vanilla Peter Jackson shit, Sharon and Susan. I want my bash key, damn it. Yeah, I definitely, yeah. Animated Lord of the Rings ride. And you know what? If you want to throw in some Hobbit too, that's fine. Animated Hobbit, do it. That's fine. But like I said, primarily it's got to be animated Lord of the Rings. All right. So for the rest of the Final Four, 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, on the dot, I will be dropping a post that officially says, all right, guys, fast passes are open. Time to do it. Just to clarify, I was thinking about giving Outbound, like I asked Outbound to name someone for a fast pass, and he chose Disney Fan 18. But I don't think I'm gonna do that, just because he's not online right now. I don't want to delay the fast pass sign up. So yeah, Outbound, just for the record, forget I said anything about a fast pass. But yeah, at 10 a.m. tomorrow Eastern time, 7 a.m. Pacific time, everyone except Sharon and Susan will have to sign up for a specific prompt out of the 9 that are left. Lord of the Rings is no longer on the table. So yeah, very sorry, Sharon and Susan. Very, very sorry. And Sharon and Susan, like I said, I really am rooting for you to have this be kind of like a make lemonade out of lemon situation. I really, really am rooting for you in that regard. But you know, it is a waltz vault that we've been building up to pretty much all season. So, all right, guys. Is there anything else that I'm missing here? Anyone in the comments? You can Jokers and I are probably going to do a podcast in the middle of the week that talks about both the Rick and Morty project and also the Landmark project. So that will probably be out sometime in the middle of next week. But yeah, other than that, guys, I think I think I've pretty much got it all covered. So yeah, big congrats to the Final 5, very unpredictable Final 5. And just to remind you, the due date is going to be next Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, which is August 15th. And Jokers and I will each be handpicking one person out of the 5 to move on to the final 3. And then the jury will also be individually hand casting votes. And I mean, frankly, Jokers and I are going to be voting based on the strength of the semifinals project alone. But you don't know how the jury is going to vote. The jury's the wild card in this equation. So yeah, I'm probably going to make it a bit of a meme. I mean, like, honestly, Sharon and Susan, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but like, wasn't the semifinals project in Sorcerer's Apprentice that I was on the Spies in Disguise project? If not the semifinals, I was pretty close to the semifinals. So I've at least gotten like close to the end of the game with a meme project. So it can be done, Sharon and Susan. It can be done for sure. All right, guys. I think that's about it. Have a good day. I will be introducing Tegan and Theme Park Priest to the Ponderosa jury chat momentarily, and I will post the results here. And yeah, that's about it. Have a good one, guys. See you later.